What's up, guys? Welcome back to Oregon Fishing Adventures. We are out here back on that winter steelhead grind once again. We're starting off in the spot that I got a few fish out of last time. Definitely a little bit more crowded up here on this weekend, but we're gonna see if we can't make it happen today. So nobody's fishing the run below me, which is where I had hooked into some. So I'm just gonna cover this section of water, see what we can do. So got out here a little late. We're gonna bounce around, try to find some fish. I do have to change up my setups just a little bit. I'm gonna kind of go down in size on beads. Instead of 14s, I'm gonna run 12s. And yeah, we'll try to make it happen. So let's get to fishing, guys. All right, guys, here we go. First cast of the day. Gonna get things started off with that jig and row once again. See if we can't pull some fish out of this spot today. All right, here we go. I had to shorten up my jig setup. It was a little bit longer the other day, but because it's a little lower today, I had to hack a little bit off of that because I was dragging too much. So we'll see if that helps us get through the run without snagging up. Come on, fish. All right. Well, things are definitely looking a little bit more clear. I can see like everything in the water now. So it might be a little trickier. I did downsize that bottom bead to a 12. On this setup here. That's the smallest that they make for the hex. So I went with the same bead that was catching fish for me the other day. I just downsized it. So we'll see if it can make some magic happen today, though. Oh, I think I just snagged bottom there. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a ton of length here on the jig, so and I have the float fixed, basically. Bobber stop's pushed all the way up against that float right now. So see if I can keep it on that far line right there. Oh, there's another bobber stuck in the water and I just passed it. Okay, perfect line right down into that lower section. Somebody's shooting guns today, apparently. see a truck up there on the other side. Don't know what they're shooting at right now. All right. Let's get back up in here. Dang, there's more of them, dude. I think I'm gonna make a few more casts and take off. These gunshots are kind of like, I don't know, kind of sketchy. I mean, I've heard like 4 gunshots now. Now over there, what the heck? It's like there's multiple people shooting, it almost seems like. It's really weird. Unless somebody's just out here target practicing, which is possible, but still a little strange. Alrighty, we moved spots, got away from that gunfire. Gonna throw a few casts in through this. The jig and row setup before we move up to our spot that we were working on getting to. Just figured it was worth throwing a couple casts through this today. Let's see, what's the depth looking like? Maybe I could go a little deeper. Let's see if we can find a fish sitting in here. It's a good thing I brought my rain jacket because I'm starting to feel some sprinkles. I had a feeling I was going to need it. Come on, there should be something sitting in there. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. We got to the spot that I wanted to fish. Gonna make some casts through with the jig and row setup. I think I'm too deep. Looks like I'm dragging that jig, so let's see what happens right out here. It's gonna flatten out. Nope, don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna let it drift, and then when I reel it back in, I'll drop that jig a little bit. Okay, so we'll drop it 2 inches or so. Check that, see how that runs through there. That should be good now. Oh yeah, I think we're good now. All right, there's got to be a fish sitting in here today. There's got to be a fish in here. Let's make it happen. We're gonna run this first, and then I'm gonna switch to the bobber doggin setup with the double beads. Run that through, and then of course work the spinner last. Float went down way down there. Didn't feel anything, but okay. So yeah, guys, this jig and roast setup worked well for me the other day. So that's what I wanted to start off with today, because I mean, I caught 3 fish on the same setup. The only difference was I was running a bigger bead. Same color bead, just a bigger bead. So yeah, figured we'd try it out again today. See what happens with it. You know, I was telling you guys about this technique in a previous video, and I told you guys that it worked. And then in the last trip I made that you guys should have seen, obviously you saw it put to work. I think one of the nice things about this presentation is that it's 2 for 1, right? So you have the jig that's going to go by them, and then you got that bead trailing shortly behind it. So sometimes they'll see that jig and they'll respond, or they'll react to the jig, and then they'll see the bead come by and they'll hit the bead. The other day, all the fish that I caught were on the bead under the jig. So, but there's definitely going to be times where you're going to have the opposite happen and they're going to hit the jig. So it's nice, instead of having a double bead setup, it's still a dual presentation. It's just 2 different presentations. You got a jig and a bead, and you don't have a weight that's down there that's really could be a deterrent to the fish, possibly. So instead, your weight that's getting your bead down is just a little 1/8 ounce or a 1/4 ounce jig that's getting it down into the zone. And then the trailer's not that long. Like I'd mentioned to you guys before, I don't make these trailers incredibly long. So, you know, that's pretty much the setup there. You guys can kind of see how it's splayed out. It's really not a very long setup, especially because I shortened this top one today. So yeah, I'm really liking these elevated floats though. These new elevated STX floats, really digging them. I also picked up the I think they're called the HDX. I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely am thinking about switching my bobber doggin setup over to one of those floats today to run it and see what it is like, because these run really good. Just like they advertise, like they're not overly buoyant, so you don't have a bunch of the float sticking out. You just have that perfect little orange top sticking out of the water. And it's nice because it's like an AF5, which I really like AF5s with that top stem that's on there. It makes it a little easier to mend to your float, and it also just makes it easier to track your float and see what is happening with it. So these new elevated floats I think are pretty sweet. I definitely think I'm going to be adding some more of these to my arsenal when I can afford to. All right, we switched it up to the elevated tackle bobber doggin float. We'll see how it runs. It's rated for a 1/4 to 1/2 ounce. I have 3/8 ounce on it right now. So how they advertise these is they said that they work as a bobber doggin float with a long stem. So if it gets to where it's too deep, it can fish upright. It's like supposed to be kind of a hybrid design. See, like it's not really dragging so much there, but as we get further down, it is. Which is kind of cool. It makes it so it's a little easier to read what's going on, a little easier to work through a section. So I might like these floats. I like the regular STX ones, so we'll run these. I only have one of them right now, but if I like it enough, I'll probably pick up a few more. So I saw there was one spot there I wasn't quite getting down. Bring it up just a little. Change that depth. And then let's give that a shot. Yeah, there we go. That's good. So yeah, we'll try to fish this float all day on this setup. I mean, I know how my regular bobber doggin floats run, so we'll see what these are like, but they might be definitely something I'll be looking into for sure. And I like that they're kind of a smaller profile too. I mean, they have the top stem, but like the body of them is like relatively small. I'll show you guys here in just a second. So this is the Steelhead Stalkers elevated tackle HDX float. It's a 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce, and these are a hybrid bobber doggin float, basically. That's, I think, how they're marketing them, basically. Because you see there's some spots right there where it's not quite deep enough, and so it's not like dragging like normal bobber dogger, but it almost sits more up like a regular float, and it functions a little better, it seems, that way than it does like a regular bobber doggin float. They don't stand up very well. All right, let's swing a spinner in here. We're gonna cast upstream a little bit to start here. Right there. Swing across the run. Okay, let's make some downstream casts. There we go, we're just letting it swing. We crossed. Okay, let's get one farther down. There we go. Just get that blade spinning and let it swing across. Oh, nope. Oh, come on. Oh, I got it. There we go. That trick definitely works wonders sometimes. All right, we got to our next spot. Gonna get our first cast in here kind of close. Too deep. Okay, let's bring it down a little bit. Ran into Tony out here when I was on my way back. He's going to be trying to fish a spot that's down below me here. He's got a buddy with him, so he wasn't quite able to, his buddy doesn't have waders to get out here. Come on, really? Don't do that to me. That needs to be a fish. Come on, keep drifting. Alrighty, we got the spinner out here. Had some other people come in from the other side of the bank. So probably just gonna make a few casts and then leave this spot.
Is that Chad? Oh, I thought so. Doing good, man. I'm liking the new floats. I just picked up one of the bobber doggin ones today to try it out. Yeah. I've been doing pretty good on your guys' beats this year. I got, the first one I got this year was on your orange pearl. And then I got two with my kid that was on the ice blue steelhead pink. So, yeah. 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 That new candy apple red looks pretty good. I gotta figure out something to take out of my box. Huh? I came out Thursday and then today, and that's all I've made it out this week. So, but Thursday I went 3 for 3. All of them were on the Dylan Rush Outfitters Wizard. Yeah. They didn't seem to touch anything else. They just wanted that bead that day, I guess.
All right, guys, we are back where we started the day. No more gunshots, thank freaking gosh. So, water's looking a little different. I don't know if you guys can tell, but since we've been having rain today, murkied up this water a little bit, so it's looking a little better actually. Like, it's a little higher, it's a little murky. Might help with the bite compared to earlier. We'll see though. all the way down that section. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like earlier I could see everything a lot more clearly in here. I think these conditions are a little bit better now. And it's only been like a few hours since I was up here, so within a few hours of rain, things have gotten a little bit better. I don't know what the gauge is sitting at, but you can definitely tell it's bumped. Probably not a ton, but definitely bumped. Oh, I'm tangled. I think I fixed it though. Come on, fish.
Kyle, I need your net.
You don't have a net?
Oh, dude, it's huge. 20
Oh
pounder,
shit.
Kyle.
Okay, I'll be back. All right. Garett's on a big one.
Holy shit.
I got my net behind you.
Yeah.
You got it with that, or you want to use this?
Yeah, like I was with Randy earlier and he was netting them with these, some big ones, so.
Maybe not a 20 pounder, but holy shit.
Oh. You can use this if you want,
Grab
man.
his net, Bubba.
Yeah.
It's got a long handle.
Kyle, this thing's huge.
I see it.
This whole thing's pretty little.
I was yelling for you, dude.
I know, I was tying up a leader when you were.
You ran?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. It's not as big as I thought, but this thing's fucking huge.
Man, turned up the end.
Here it comes.
Oh. I
This
said
is my
nope.
fucking fifth fish today.
That looks like your PB, huh?
Maybe, dude.
That's a pretty big fish.
Gonna give her a big old kiss and let her go.
Hell yeah.
You want to weigh her?
Ooh.
Ew, that fucker's turning on you.
Dude, she's big.
That's a big fish.
Dude, I was screaming for you, dude. Kyle!
Yeah, I thought I heard it after like the second time or whatever. I was like, is he yelling at me? And I'm like sitting there trying to tie a knot. Like,
I'm just gonna take my time. So I'm pretty sure it's on that bottom bead.
It is on that bottom view, which I like a lot
Fucking
better for netting them.
10 mil.
Alright.
No, that's
ooh,
on that's on the shrimp.
oh.
That's on the shrimp, bro.
Dude, I don't like that then for netting them. That fucking, that hook catches
I'm
this.
shaking, dude.
You just gotta get him in it.
My arm is
I
so
know.
Don't miss.
Every time he comes
There he is, right there.
He's wrapped.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Nice.
That's a fucking pig.
Hell yeah, dude.
Thank you, Lord. Look at that fire truck, dude. Is it a native? No, just a
Wow.
hatchery.
Is it a hole
Oh
punch?
my god, dude, you barely had him.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
Right in the
Hanging on
corner.
his flap.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this one out here. Thanks so much for coming along with us today. It's definitely a grind, but that's totally fine. We are getting some more rain tonight. The river is rising, and I'm gonna be back out here tomorrow, so hopefully we can make it happen then. But yeah, great day out here just fishing. Moved around quite a bit, and it's starting to dump rain out here now. So I think we're definitely gonna have a little bit higher river tomorrow, and that's perfectly okay because that might make fishing a little bit better. So all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you next time on another Oregon fishing adventure. Peace.